virtue of the resolution scheduling the time, date, and place of the meetings of Borough Council of Borough March 9th, the year 2024, which resolution was adopted by the Borough Council on January 4th, 2024, and published in the Newspeak and the Daily Record, and by posting of such resolution on the bulletin board in the Borough Hall. All the above actions being in accordance with NJSA 10:4-6.7. Roll call, please.
Mayor Karr.
Present.
Ms. Verga.
Present.
Mr. Bruhn.
Present.
Mr. Cortese.
Present.
Ms. Goddard. Ms. Kelly.
Present.
And Mr. Wagner.
Present.
Not with us tonight is Councilwoman Goddard. She's vacationing. Hope she's having a good time. Do you have anything for conference?
Yes. So, the trash RFP is on the agenda for the, consent agenda. And, Sanitation and Sewers Committee met several times to discuss, as well as I had meetings with, the mayor and, discussions with John Moran about the wording. And our attempt here is to try to increase the number of competitive bids we were going to get. We also the committee wanted to help understand where potential cost savings for taxpayers were available if we changed our method of collection or frequency of collection. We were hoping that this price information could help us inform decisions down the road, but we were recommended to move forward with the RFP with the only variation being the collection method, and solicit bids for that method, which is the manual process that we currently use, as well as the hybrid automated process. But to leave the collection frequency the way we currently have it, which is twice a week for curbside. So we agreed that we were going to see where we land with that, with those bids. We do have to accept the lowest bid of the collection method that we select as a council to move forward with. So we will have to select one of the lower bid of the option we select. And so then we'll go from there in terms of whether we want to move forward and collect some further information. Also the green team, there's a green team as a result of the community energy plan, and the chair and co-chair and I met with Mayor Karr about the charter that they put together. We met on June 17th, and I circulated his changes to the council on July 1st via email with Roseanne's help, and wanted to find out if there are any comments, because the team would like to begin recruiting a few more members. And also we want to begin working on, they want to begin working on application for a direct install program through the Clean Energy Program New Jersey, which provides measures for reducing your utility costs by replacing inefficient equipment with high efficiency alternatives. We've already done some of these in the borough, and what they do is they cover 70 to 80% of the retrofit costs, and we reap 100% of the energy savings. Sustainable Jersey offers free technical assistance to get the direct install application started, and all we need to do is give them 1 month of our utility bills, and they can pursue that application with our support. So did anyone have any comments on the charter that was circulated, which basically just outlines the purpose of the green team and the approach, the scope, and how the team will be structured, and the fact that we're going to be recruiting, they would like to recruit up to 8 members with the agreement of the mayor. Anyone have any feedback? Or you good with that?
I read it, I think it's good.
Okay, cool. And then finally, the ordinance committee, I'm on that committee, and the tree ordinance that's on the agenda, I never received a copy of that before it was introduced. And today I received an ordinance for review at 3:50 p.m., which was not sufficient time to review. I had other things before the meeting I had to take care of. And I think we should be, when we're enacting legislation, we need to solicit stakeholder feedback, and especially council feedback. So I'm sure you all have busy things, your days are planned in advance as well. And when we're, legislation deserves the proper attention and questions and answers that we need to pursue. And I just don't think this is good governance. Our number one job as council members is to introduce legislation that governs the borough. So I just want to state that I feel I'm being rushed through to pass and vote on ordinances that I'm not prepared to vote on, and I don't think it's okay.
Anything else?
No.
Dennis?
Yeah, I have a couple things for conference, thank you. I circulated, I gave everyone a schedule, just so that it's clear as to, with the DPW, as to when our borough banners, are displayed and what types, now that we're adding, another summer one, and a schedule of, when they're up in certain months. Take a look at it. I reached out to John, he's okay with it. If you have any questions or you wanna make any alterations, let me know, and we can discuss it, right? So one set doesn't stay up, you know, over and bleeds into another, when another certain one should be up at that time, so it's kinda just a little schedule, easy schedule for them to follow. Also, towards the end of my time as a liaison of Ordinances and Public Utilities, I was asked by JCP&L representative to consider discussing with council and putting our support behind the Energize New Jersey program. Briefly, and I put the support letter to Sherry Golden, a copy, and then for future consideration, a resolution to adopt. I worked with the liaison for 2 years at JCP&L, very responsive. I feel, and I'm speaking for the mayor as well, that he went above and beyond for Morris Plains. I am completely behind this initiative. Real quick, it's a 5-year, $935 million proposal. Represents the largest infrastructure upgrade investment in company history. I did not include the cover, the cover sheet, looks like 2 pages. I will get this out to everyone. If they're okay with the letter to be sent, I'd like to get that sent pretty quickly, but then we have until, you know, a couple weeks before the next meeting, August 15th, to decide on the resolution. But I think it's important that everyone looks at the initiative, the overview of their 5-year plan, and make sure it aligns with what your interests are as well.
I think the resolution mimics the letter, so if people are okay with the letter, I think we should do the resolution.
I agree.
You know, that initiative is for, you know, big stuff, that they're upgrading, not just, near homeowners and wires. This is, substation work and all, and infrastructure
Right,
work
improve
for them.
the
Everybody
electric
sees
grid.
the problems that we're having, you know, with the power and the grid and everything else, and New Jersey Transit, blah, 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 so it's, I think it's worthwhile. Thank you.
Okay,
It looks like they're gonna integrate some clean energy as well.
correct, that's what I had
Into
said,
the grid, so.
reducing our carbon footprint, hopefully. That's it.
Yes, I do. I'd like to just let everybody know that I did send out an ordinance regarding the storage of privately owned salt under Chapter 18C of the Code of the Borough of Morris Plains. And the purpose of that ordinance is to prevent stored salt and other solid de-icing materials from being exposed to stormwater. Establishes requirements for storage of salt and other solid de-icing materials or properties not owned or operated by the municipality, so they're privately owned, including residences, in Morris Plains, to protect the environment, public health and welfare, to prescribe penalties for failure to comply. And that is the essence of the ordinance that will be introduced later tonight.
That's it? Art?
Yes, so my committee met with the 4 candidates that were interested in taking the assistant superintendent.
Not now.
That's personnel, that should be conference. I wouldn't discuss that personnel, that should be an executive session.
But we chose 2 candidates, and,
You chose 2 candidates?
well, we chose a candidate, and then we were suggesting a second candidate to be eligible to go in the next 3 years.
All right.
We want me to summarize it and not get
Yeah,
specific?
just
Okay,
summarize.
so we met, my committee met with the superintendent, met the 4 candidates, I won't mention names, and we were all in agreement with the candidate to go to the class. And also we were all in favor of the second candidate. So I went back to 2018 and looked at resolution 2018-87, when Leo Mulligan, who's currently retiring, to attend the Record Certified class, and that Thomas Silk is eligible for future attendance at the Record Certification program for a 3-year period, and it, 3 years after that. So we met and thought we were all in agreement with the 2 candidates, and I was gonna mention them, but we can do that executive, that's where you feel it should be.
Are we taking formal action tonight on?
I brought a conference, I thought a conference and the full council, like, votes on it, on the
I
candidates.
think there should be discussion on it. We didn't hear anything about the candidates or
Well,
anything.
limiting it to that they're going executive, I can certainly tell you about the candidates now.
What we should do is discuss the candidates in executive session, and if we take formal action, we'll come out of executive session, at which time we will then propose the 2 candidates at that time and take an appropriate vote. I don't wanna start getting into the qualifications and positives and negatives of people in conference.
Yeah.
That's the reason of the exclusion to the Open Public Meetings Act.
Although they say they all have their strong.
I get it, but,
you know,
I guess.
personalities and, okay,
Anything else?
that's all I have.
Bill?
I don't know if we're gonna, I don't want to go time for a closed session, but one of my dilemmas here is like the cleaning service, like which department does it fall under? I wanna talk about it now or later, I don't wanna take away from anything. Is
No,
it
we can talk
DPW,
about
is
it now.
it buildings and grounds, is it?
Probably should end up under buildings and grounds. It was, I think it was DPW, before, because they're around, right? So buildings and grounds aren't around, but
So
I know that there was sometimes that you got involved, Sal, just because.
I don't mind, cause
I understand, but just because of the language barrier sometimes and getting the message across to the different people that we need to. My feeling is, DPW, should fall under DPW just because they're around. They order the
So
supplies.
is it buildings and grounds or DPW, which one?
No, it really should go.
That's
under-
where I am.
No, it really should go under buildings and grounds, but what I'm
Okay.
saying is DPW does the ordering, DPW does all
The
that
enforcement.
stuff, right? They're around looking at the buildings also, so,
Alright.
it's.
I didn't wanna, I found out that one of the personnel was gonna go on vacation, and we were able to find a substitute, and, I hope I didn't step anybody's foot, I just got it done. Just for a couple of weeks, nothing major, but I think in the future, like, Ordinances, who is it for, and who's it for, I don't mind doing it, you can call me every time, but I
Yeah,
just
no,
don't wanna
yeah.
step anybody's foot if somebody wants it, or buildings and
It's-
grounds. If it is buildings and grounds, we should add it as a line
If it's
item
buildings
under
and
that.
grounds, I mean, the road department
Under
does
that,
the ordering, if it's buildings and
DPW
grounds, they do all that, it's
yeah.
all kinda integrated,
Yeah.
so,
And
I mean, I don't
those,
think it makes a
and
big
those
difference.
people-
Okay, is everybody okay with that, with buildings and ground doing it? I'm okay
Yes,
with it.
Which one it goes on.
Okay, done.
The cleaning
I got my
people
answer.
report are supposed to report to the DPW if they're not gonna be there. So I
Well,
think with the
that-
DPW is a good idea.
But they kind of fall,
Yeah, they fell a lot into
it's,
categories.
so.
Plus they're not union.
It really
There's a
doesn't-
couple issues.
Might keep them in one place.
The cleaning people aren't union. I think that was something I brought up one time when I was,
No, this is just what department
Right, I
that falls
understand
under,
completely.
so.
I think Councilwoman Kelly said she thought DPW and you said building.
Yeah, either
Yeah,
one, really,
right.
it doesn't really,
I understand.
So
whatever.
it's under buildings and ground, but
They
with the
have to
help
report
of
to the-
DPW, of course.
they have to report
They're
to
gonna
the
get housing or Home Depot, whatever they need to do, okay? Thank you.
Sal, just one question.
Sure.
Is the temporary, worker, where they filled in about specifically the bathrooms at the snack stand, that seems to be,
We
The
did a,
issue that
we
it's just-
did a walkthrough
Yes.
with both the bride that's going on vacation and the company that's taking over for those couple of weeks. There's no, it's budget neutral, and, yes. And the other thing is the bathrooms are almost done because camp's gonna be over.
Yeah,
We-
just, for reference, I mean, the Little League used to do this all the time.
that's what I was told as well.
Now they've asked for more and demanded more in the fields, now that we've, joined with the other towns, that there's more people here, right? So,
Sure.
but the Little League isn't doing that anymore, so that was kinda just put on the lap of this cleaning person without really any talking, so, you know, you have to understand his position too, so. In the future, moving forward, we're gonna have to figure, you know, where those funds or extra funds are coming from if this is gonna continue, because it was never like this before, so.
Little League always did it,
They
they
always
never,
did it.
they never.
But there-
You know, we've
Done
always
it.
volunteered and all that kind of stuff.
I agree, I feel like.
But
The
going
people,
back-
the people who cleaned those bathrooms was one person,
Oh, recently.
all the time,
Hey,
yes.
Well, it doesn't matter who, it doesn't, you know, whatever, it doesn't, we have to talk about this
Yeah.
moving forward and see
Good.
where it's
And
gonna
then
go. We'll
some
see.
adjustments will be made
Yeah,
because
it's
of,
gonna
you know,
happen.
if everybody knows, our Little League program merged with Morris Township. So if they start using the fields, we may have to adjust the cleaning of the bathrooms. Typically, by the end of July, it's stagnant, it's not that much, you know, All-Stars, very, very occasional use depending on how far they go. But, I got my answers, thank you, everybody.
Couple things that I have, I'll be attending the New Jersey Transit Board meeting, with Lieutenant McKay next week. To put our concerns on record, with the, New Jersey Transit Board in reference to the bridge underpass flooding. Constantly now, they put a new pump in there Wednesday or Thursday, Friday we got rain, neither pump worked. We had to shut the bridge, we had a foot of water, a couple hours, whatever, doesn't really matter. Saturday morning, rained again, so we'll have a crew out there until it's fixed. Obviously, it didn't happen, they left at midnight, but well, nobody was there. So I just, I made phone calls, repeated phone calls to the CEO and Kevin Corbett, with no response from him, only from his chief of staff. And this is getting absolutely totally ridiculous. We're using our resources, the DPW, the police are blocking it off. We don't get no police support from New Jersey Transit either.
And angry residents.
Angry residents. We pumped out the bridge on that Friday night, this last time that it happened, and you know, no sooner did we pump it out, the Minutemen had to go through to get to a mutual aid call of an industrial accident. So, you know, it's a major thoroughfare, and we've had Morris County OEM speak with New Jersey Transit as well, and you know, this is it's 2024. We put men on the moon, and we can't pump out the bridge. Okay, it's absolutely ridiculous. And my Homer bucket's wore out, so I've had it.
I see you at 2 o'clock in the morning, Mayor, I see you.
So it's over with now, so.
Did you say you put in, there were 2 new pumps put in, or just?
One new pump was put in Wednesday or Thursday before it flooded on Friday. Everything was supposedly tested, obviously not. And neither pump worked on Friday
On
night, neither
Friday and
pump
Saturday?
worked on Saturday.
Wow,
And then I guess Saturday also, the fire department, I don't forget now, it was Friday. Whatever day, the fire department also had a call, I believe it was 250 Johnson Road. The panel or some part of the building or something where they got hit by lightning or something, so. It's a main thoroughfare, come on. I had a meeting with New Jersey DOT representatives, about 15 of them, along with Leon, about the continued discussion of the Route 10 widening from Route 53 down to Route 202. They showed us some conceptual plans of what that would look like, some of the portions of businesses or parking areas or whatever that they may end up taking as a result of this third lane that we've been asking for probably close to 30 years now, if not longer. But it's a step in the right direction if we finally have something on paper that we can look at. I don't have anything physical to look at. This was a presentation, a Zoom presentation that they did. But they're gonna get us those plans and then review those with Leon and go back to them with some comments. So this is just in the very early stages of this, and this will take some while, but it's certainly a positive sign by DOT. I just had a question, or not a question. Are you aware of the Spotted Lantern Flag grant that we received?
Yes, I think Greg Jones.
No, the new one that we got
Okay.
a couple months ago, so you're gonna have to work with Anna on that, and, it can be used over a 2-year period, but we have to use some. It's
They
only
were on my
things,
grill the other night.
it's
Little guys.
specifically for the spraying of the insect itself. So
Oh.
it's a little different than Jones was last year, so.
The olive oil worked just as well.
Well, he's just spinning his wheels on the
Yeah.
grill right now. And you cook them.
Yeah.
So
right.
just,
You cooked it?
work with Anna on that, so. That's all I have right now. Oh, one other, no, we'll talk about that. We do need an executive session.
Okay. Be it resolved by the Borough Council of the Borough of Morris Plains on the 18th day of July 2024, the mayor and Borough Council shall meet in executive session from which the public shall be excluded to discuss matters as permitted pursuant to NJSA 10:4-12 subsections 8,
7 and
7 and 8. The time when the matters discussed pursuant to paragraph 1 hereof can be disclosed to the public is as soon as practicable after the final resolution of the aforesaid matters.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Sal. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, the ayes have it.